Hey guys, it's Key with Perfect Pup, and I am here today because the number one question I get asked on like a daily basis is how to stop puppy biting. And I want to just let you know it's easy. It's tough, but it's easy. First thing I want to say, dogs need to bite, especially puppies. This is natural for them. It's instinctual for them. And you got to think about it. They don't have hands. They have paws, but they can't do nothing with their paws. Whenever they need to grab something, pick something, move something, they use their muzzle, they use their mouth. So what we need to do is not teach them to stop using their mouth. We need to teach them how to use their mouth. Now, before we can change the behavior, it's best to prevent the behavior. And I know you're like, okay, but my puppy just does it all the time randomly. How can I prevent it? Well, you prevent it by rewarding him when he's not. What does that look like? That looks like when he is just laying down close to you or in your lap and you're petting him and he's calm, give him a treat. Because guess what? You're touching him and he's not biting you. So we want to reward that. Preventing that is intentionally setting aside some quiet time where it's just you, him, no distractions, no TV, no anything else, no distractions at all, and then getting him calm. And then touching his ears, touching his feet, touching his tail, touching his mouth. And every time he lets you touch you and he doesn't bite, he or she doesn't bite, you give him a treat. You just want to practice this. It doesn't even have to be like a full session. It could be 10 minutes at a time, 5 minutes at a time. Just practicing him getting used to you touching him and not reacting. Okay, cool. So it's cool to prevent it. But what about when it's like in action? When he just like, he going. He just jumping, biting, and it's just, he's out of control. What do I do then? Well, you follow 4 steps. There's 4 steps to slowing down the process of puppy biting. And I say slowing down because this is not going to be an overnight thing. I'm going to be real with y'all. It's not going to be you do it 2 times and he stops. Or you do it all that week and he stops. Now, it will help the more times that you practice. But like I said, they're dogs, they're puppies, and they're growing. They're going through the stages. So they're going to have to learn. Think of the same thing as us when we were kids. If you don't just go straight from kindergarten to high school, no, there's grades in between. There's steps in between. So you want to help him through that process and know that there will be a process. It's not an overnight thing. So step 1. Step 1 is to startle or make a loud noise. Now, when you do this, you have to be very specific and mindful of how you do it and how many times you do it. So let's say puppy comes and bites me. I yell out, ow! And puppy stops real quick and then gets back to biting. In that moment where puppy stops, that's when you need to hurry up and give a treat. You want to reward because you made that loud noise, he acknowledged that loud noise, and then he stopped doing what he was doing. We want to reward that. Now, 9 times out of 10, almost 10 times out of 10, he's going to come back and bite you. Cool. First, we let him know that it hurts. And the reason we want to let him know that it hurts is because dogs let us know when they're hurt. When you accidentally step on your puppy's foot and you hear this loud yelp, you can't help but to stop and figure out what just happened. So when you figure that out, you're just like, oh my gosh, that hurt the puppy. We're doing the same thing. We're communicating that when they bite us like that, they're hurting us. Step 2 is to redirect. So redirect means let them know that they cannot bite you, your clothes, your ankles, your shoes, your fingers, your feet. They can't bite none of that stuff. But they can bite this toy over here. Or they can bite this little squeaky. Or they can bite the treat that you just gave them to gnaw on. So redirect. Remember, we're not telling them not to use their mouths because having them to just like sit quietly and just like not use their mouths at all is impossible. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So don't even put it in your mind because it ain't happening. So we need to teach them what they are allowed to bite. And this goes for anything, even if they're not biting you, but they're biting the corner of your brand new couch or they're biting the leg of the table. Redirect. They're not allowed to bite that, but you are allowed to bite this. And I promise you, if you give them something good to play on, they're just going to get into it and play down, and they're just going to be feeling good. And guess what? That is rewarding to them. And you just got them to stop biting on you or your furniture, and they are being a good puppy. Okay, so step number 3 is to ignore. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Remove all attention and walk away if you need to. So that means that When he starts biting you, instead of saying ow 50 million times, instead of saying no 11 million times, even though that was lower than 50 million, but instead of saying it over and over and over again and feeding into the behavior, ignore. Ignore him. Put your hands to your side, turn your head, and ignore him. And then he'll be like, okay, hold on, why you not talking to me no more? Why you not playing with me no more? And then you will get a sit, and he will look at you, and you want to instantly park that. And I say that with confidence because I know that's exactly what's going to happen. In the case that it doesn't, which leads us to step 4, is time out. Chill out. I gave you the chance to play with me, and you was biting me, and it hurt. So now you gotta get in the crate. Now you gotta chill out. And then when you're calm, let's try it again. Now that's the key. Do not put him into the crate to calm down, and then when you let him out, you just kind of let him out to do whatever and be all willy-nilly again. No, you want to let him out, and you want to do the exact same activity that you were trying to do with him before, and try it again to see if he's learned. Because if you don't do it again, how will you know if he's learned until the next time it happens? And then you're like, oh, well, he's not learning how to do it. Well, you didn't try it. You didn't test it. Every time you fix something, you always got to do a test. Test to make sure it works. So yeah, those are the 4 steps. And those 4 steps need to be done continuously. And last but not least, the keys to a perfect pup are patience, practice, and time. So thank you so much for watching my tips to stop puppy biting. I have a detailed course. It goes step by step, attached with videos, as well as support through me, through text, phone call, video, FaceTime, whatever it may be, to have that one-on-one support to help you get to the results that you deserve. So if you would like to purchase this program, you can just get it from either the link in my bio, or I will be sending out a post on my business pages. I'm on Instagram at Keys to a Perfect Pup with the number 2. Facebook is Keys to a Perfect Pup, and my website is www.keystoaperfectpup.com. I hope to hear from you soon.